Welcome to episode 8 of our big spring trip 2025. So far we've come down through Kent and along the south coast of England and enjoyed many happy hours in the George and Pilgrims Hotel in Glastonbury. In this episode we hit Cheddar, home of the cheese and the gorge.
There are several lay-bys on the road running inside Cheddar Gorge.
And the ones further away from the town are free to park in. Looked like someone had emptied their grey waste in the lay-by.
The spot that we chose was really scenic and it was the perfect place to spend a very lazy afternoon, to rest and recover after all that walking in Glastonbury. We've just been sat here chilling all afternoon and I heard a bleat. And out the window over here, there's two goats. I can't see them because of the reflection. Let's see if I can open that up. Little bitty goats, my favourite. I wonder if they're friendly.
Goats are always friendly.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're not going to bleat for me now. They're going to feast there. Oh, I might have to go outside and say hello. Oh, he's coming down. Dave's off to find the goats. They're a bit high up. They're here, on this ridge here. When there's no traffic, it's amazing here. Now, it's almost 5 o'clock and there's been lots and lots of traffic. Lots of people popping by, taking photographs, having a look around. The road noise is quite loud, but I've no doubt it'll die down overnight. I don't know what Dave's doing all the way up there. Don't know what he's doing.
I was trying to go and say hello to the goats.
We like goats.
Yeah, more than cows.
So these lunatic goats keep going out in the road and I've chased them out of the road twice now. Yep. And I'm a bit worried. They don't seem to be fazed by the cars at all. Almost had a motorbike hit one of them just now. And, oh gosh, he's got to slow down. Honestly. They don't care. They just don't care. He's going straight back. Oh. Jesus. I'm going to stand out in the road all right. It's like he's eating something out of the...
water in the little capsized.
He looks like he's found something. Oh, there. The other one's just licking the white line. Oh, found something. Well, if they're that stupid, there's nothing I can do. They're far enough away from the corner now, I think, that they're going to be seen. So it turns out that Cheddar Gorge is a magnet for boy racers and motorbikes.
Yeah, you can see why.
The lay-by became really active as the evening drew in.
And being in a gorge, we both had very poor mobile reception. So by 9 o'clock we decided to move on.
We parked down in Cheddar in Cliff Road car park, which is free overnight from 6 p.m. to 9 a.m.
In the morning we moved on to the main car park in the gorge, which cost £6 per day.
goats came back to see us. Good morning, goats. I see you behind a fence there. Wow, just to absolutely scare me again, the goats are coming along the road. Ah dear. It's just lovely. Well, we've got an exciting afternoon. Well, Dave has, anyway, not me. He's booked to go rock climbing up the rock face of Cheddar Gorge, which is really exciting because he's done a lot of climbing wall stuff in the past, but he's never been on a proper rock face to actually climb. So absolutely excited for him. Yeah, so in a second I'll be going out and hopefully he'll have finished his registration and he'll start climbing some walls. So I'm pretty excited to see that. I'm really pleased for him. So we're parked in the main coach area of the Cheddar Gorge car park. It's £6 for the day. Was it £6.25? I can't remember. It's paid by card on the machines, and we're parked in the coach section, and we did check with reception to see whether or not it was okay to park here, and they said yeah, totally fine. So yeah, it's a bit noisy. Get a few boy races during the day as well, and lots of motorbikes and a few goats we saw earlier. Lots of cyclists as well, riding up and down, or struggling to ride up the gorge. But yeah, I mean, we won't stay here overnight. We'll probably go back round the corner and then we'll be going on to Wells tomorrow.
When we parked up in the gorge, we'd found ourselves next to this area that you can see here, fenced off for rock climbing. It turned out that this was an attraction put on by Cheddar Gorge and Caves for the public to have a go at climbing. I've been climbing for 15 years or so, but I've only ever climbed on indoor artificial walls, so the opportunity to have a go on real rock in Cheddar Gorge, well, I was tempted. And it turned out that it was only 35 quid for 90 minutes climbing, which seems pretty good to me. They provide most of the gear and you can hire the shoes for a little extra and you're good to go. You just need a bit of a head for heights. The first two climbs were on artificial holds bolted onto the rock face. Not that different to climbing on indoor artificial walls, to be honest. But this third climb was on entirely natural rock and it was awesome, loved it. So much that I had to do it twice. This was my first attempt and you can hear the instructor giving me pointers.
That's only holds at the moment. You're going to get your feet up nice and high now. The little sticky out bit just puts your right shin. That's a little smear on that. And then step all the way up. You got to step up and get a hand up at the same time. It's where it's like burning your hand for too long. Get foot up. There you go. That's it.
Well done.
Another one down. Nice. Yeah, that's
Wow.
the thing is, I said to you,
My hero.
Can do, yeah. I mean, yeah, you usually can do everything. Looks obviously really the hard stuff to do as well. Do stick with the track. Hello, David. Okay, when you're ready.
And this is the fun bit. You just have to lean back and trust the rope. When I was learning to climb about 15 years ago, my training partner passed out whilst belaying me. Now, that was not ideal. I looked down and saw him unconscious on the floor. After the climbing, we headed off to attempt Art of the Gorge walk.
We have walked this route many, many years ago when the children were younger.
It's a bit warm.
Yeah.
Bit warm, but it's a beautiful walk, this. Through the trees. It's very steep, so I'm really glad I've got my walking poles. But it will be worth it when we reach the top, I hope. But thankfully, there's lots of opportunities and well-placed stones to rest on. This has to be one of the most magical woodland walks in England, well, at least that I've ever been on. There's loads of these rocks sticking out the ground. They don't look real, they almost look drawn, don't they, Dave?
They do.
Yeah, and the woodland is full of yew trees that have got faces on them. Yeah, it's absolutely magical, but I'm exhausted already. Apparently we've walked half a mile. It feels like we've walked 10, and there's still another 3 to go. Hopefully there's not too much more climbing.
The scenery was stunning and well worth the effort to get to the top.
Right in the distance is Glastonbury Tor. How lovely. I didn't know I'd be able to see that from here. We could go back to Glastonbury for a couple of days.
Back to the George.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mondays to Thursdays are best.
Yeah, we could do that. Stunning.
It was a very warm day, but we did manage to find a few shady spots.
We've been pretty lucky with the weather.
Yeah, apart from that downpour in Glastonbury.
Yeah.
This part of the walk went along the Cheddar Cliffs and rejoins the road near Black Rock.
The roadside walk back to the car park is quite lovely, but the footpaths flip from one side of the road to the other.
But it's worth doing to really experience the full scale of the gorge.
There's lots of little nooks and caves to have a look in.
Yeah, people have just dumped cans, bottles, barbecue stuff.
Cheddar Gorge is the largest gorge in England, 400 feet deep and 3 miles long.
We parked again in Cliff Road car park overnight and then headed back to the gorge to find a spot to have breakfast.
Getting the motorhome through the gorge wasn't too bad. There are some sharp corners, and you do have to look out for cyclists, falling rocks and goats.
So we've parked up in the spot at the top of the gorge to have breakfast. What are we having for breakfast this morning?
Well, I said we should have some brown toast with no spread on it, or some porridge, or some fruit. And you said we should have Chinese.
We're having leftover Chinese food for breakfast. Yeah, Dave treated me to a Chinese last night, which was wonderful.
From the Dragon House in Cheddar.
And
recommended.
The absolute biggest chicken balls.
I don't know how they walk with balls that big.
You had to. Dad jokes. Right, well, let's tuck in and have breakfast. Yum. Thank you for joining us. We're now starting to loop back on ourselves, and we're heading for a day out in Wells, and we hope you'll join us next time for that.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop.